So my plan was just leave my backpack at work, go out for an hour and a half spin. And the last thing that I remember was turning from one part of Sunset to the other where it makes a left turn. And I woke up face down, blood all around me. I've been riding my bike to get around, to go to my friend's house a few miles away since I was like 6 years old. I rode to med school, I rode to undergrad, rode to my job. I'm an interventional radiologist at Loma Linda University. I've never worked anywhere like it, and I'm very happy. Yeah, what I love about racing my bike on the road specifically is being shoulder to shoulder with people around corners. We're going 30 miles an hour, sometimes faster. So that's been pretty cool to find something that turns out I was kind of naturally built for. I woke up next to a trailer and, it was like a gardening trailer and, there was some blood on it, so I knew I'd hit it. Somebody stopped going the other direction saying, "Are you all right?" And then she said, "Stop! You're not all right," as I lifted my face, and kind of my face was partially coming off. I have a bike computer on my bike, and it shows that I was moving quite slowly. And my suspicion is that somebody came from behind. Usually I look over my left shoulder. Maybe I didn't in that circumstance, or maybe someone was moving too fast and just kind of clipped me from behind and threw me into the trailer. I had a brief panic when I bled back into my airway and I couldn't breathe. That was pretty scary. I was a little nervous that I might not make it. There were 2 people in the ambulance crew. I communicated with them, again, via the iPhone, so they knew I was pretty with it.
My first thought was, this is going to be a challenging airway. He had a big part of his face was avulsed, meaning it was pulled away. You could see the bones of the upper jaw and the nose. And more concerning than that for me was he was sitting forward and he had a suction catheter in his mouth and he was actively suctioning blood out of his own mouth.
My first question was, what's missing? As far as the rest of his nose and lip, it looked like it was mostly there. We told our team, all right, let's take him to the operating room. We started with his mandible and maxillary fractures. Basically, it's like a puzzle trying to piece it all together.
She spent a lot of time on me, and when I woke up and first saw my face in the mirror, I was blown away. I was like, that's me.
To see him put together, healthy, walking around the room, I was amazed by what my colleagues from ENT had done in the operating room.
For every patient that I take care of, I like to think of, how would I treat this person if this were my friend or my loved one?
What is often a few moments of time in a busy day ends up being a huge part of somebody's life and your patient's life and the lives of the families of your patients.
I had a kind of revolving door of visitors, and it's maybe easy to lose track of how much we're loved until something like this happens.
I think he's an incredible person. I think he has this drive that I think we all strive for.
I kind of wondered when I talked to him, are you going to ride again? And it was obvious that he was not done. He had unfinished business on the bike.
2 to 3 days after I was discharged was my first time on the trainer here in the living room. Started off with 30-minute, very easy spin. Riding the bike it's like breathing for me. It's a big part of who I am. I had lost a lot of weight really quickly in the hospital, and I was feeling weak. And it's a way to feel strong again. Be back riding the bike, realizing, look, I'm not broken. I mean, my face is broken, but I'm not. Loma Linda has saved my life twice. The first time, it rescued me from a really hostile, unhappy work environment where I was considering leaving medicine, didn't know what I was going to do with my life. And then now to be on the other side and have literally my life in the hands of my partners who I work with day by day. They saved my life for sure. I am very excited to get back to racing. My first race should be in probably mid to late January. And I'll be ready.
Try to not burn matches unnecessarily, and just go with the ebb and flow of the race, like you were saying earlier.
It's being smart and reading the race before things happen. Be comfortable on your teammates' wheels. Be comfortable on other people's wheels. Know what you can and can't do. That's it.
My first race back was 4 months after the accident. It was great to be back racing, but we didn't win. My team and I spent time working on some things and improving our team dynamics. And on a very rainy day in March, a couple of months later, we were able to put it all together, and we beat the most dominant team in the nation, Legion of Los Angeles. Just feeling like I'm back on top, like the accident never happened, it was amazing. I owe that feeling to the healthcare professionals at Loma Linda who worked so hard to put me back together and are still taking care of me today.